So now that we've finished the basics, we've learned how to do the really critical but important basic parts of beverage photography, we want to move into doing really creative stuff. Stuff that is going to involve theme and tone and context and a lot more thought processes. So how do we get there when we don't have an art director, when we don't have a creative director, when we don't have a brand directive on what we're supposed to do? Well, the team and I were thinking about this and talking about this, and I wanted to show you guys something that I absolutely love. This is a game that I was taught a long time ago about how to think differently about your portfolio, how to come up with a storyline, with character, with plot, with place, with context. Because when you have all that stuff put together, the image you come out with is exponentially better. So here's how this works. You're saying to yourself, Rob Grimm, what are those 3 shiny boxes in front of you? Well, I'll tell you. Each one of these boxes represents something. This represents a person or a character. This represents a cocktail. And this represents a place. So in each one of these, we have written a whole bunch of cards. We've just kind of brainstormed this idea, like characters. Think of whoever you want. It can be anybody from a music idol to a king or a queen to your neighbor down the street. The cocktails, there are a million of them, so we just went through like a bunch of the really good basics. And then places we tried to get as random as we could. Because when you start to combine these ideas by pulling a person, a cocktail, and a place, and then you have to make that image, you think completely differently. What I really like about this game is it gets the ideas going. It doesn't have to be so literal. What this does is it gets you thinking. It gets you moving in a direction. It gives you a reason to pick glassware. It gives you a reason to pick garnishes. It gives you reasons for all the props, the surfaces, the background. It gives you reason because it's character driven. It's giving you a tone, and that's what you want. So let's get started. Let's just pull one and we'll see who we get. So, I like this one. So the character is Blondie. Deborah Harry, great rocker. So think about Deborah Harry, she's awesome. She's gonna be drinking a margarita. All right, and she's gonna be drinking it, oh, this is so good, in the back seat of a '75 Cadillac. That's perfect. All right, so think about that. You've got Blondie, an iconic '70s and '80s rocker, well-known individual who is full of character. She's drinking a margarita in the back of a Cadillac. Oh my God, I want to make this image. I'm gonna make this image. That's for me. This gives you so much to think about. Like, where is this gonna go? Well, now you've got a character. You've got somebody to really build on. She has to drink something specific in a very specific place. All of that gives you tone and mood and qualities that you just wouldn't get if you're sitting there going, okay, I gotta make a drink of a margarita. This is a great way to go. Let's do another. Cool Hand Luke. Cool Hand Luke is gonna drink red wine? Are you kidding me? And he's gonna do it in Gotham. Seriously? This is my crew being very funny. Okay. Bob Vila. He's drinking a Long Island iced tea on an evening rooftop patio. All right. Catherine Zeta-Jones, a can of beer. I like that. Oh yeah, and a Vegas wedding chapel. That one chick from Minority Report, the bald one, she's gonna be drinking a Manhattan. I like that. At Studio 54, Pee Wee Herman, he's gonna drink a Negroni. That's a strong drink for that guy. On a cruise ship. Flavor Flav. Oh yeah, he's gonna be drinking a Mai Tai. Cool Hand Luke drinking red wine in Gotham. It's not gonna happen. That image is just not gonna work. Cool Hand Luke is never gonna drink red wine, and he's not gonna be in Gotham. No way. So sometimes this isn't gonna work, but overall, this idea, this notion of character building, of story building, this will absolutely transform the way you do your portfolio work. And I can tell you that because it transformed mine. It was one of the best tricks that I had to really change my book from just being good images that were pretty well executed to being images that really had something that was driving them. And that's one of the things we want to do as a photographer. we have to progress in our career, which means we can't stay still. We have to think differently. We have to push ourselves harder. We have to make new images.